I'm Chip Rowan with the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and you're watching In the Know. For this episode, with me is Matt Crise. Hello, Matt.
Hi, Chip.
Good to have you here with us.
Thanks for having us again.
I can't believe another year has went by.
It's hard to believe, and they go faster every year. It seems like now that we're into the 1 year of planning between shows, it's just it goes way too fast.
Yeah. So Matt is with Chico Outdoors Incorporated, and they have a big event every year, and this is your 6th annual event?
Yes, this is our 6th.
And if you just want to talk about dates and location and those good things.
Yeah. This year's event is scheduled for April 13th and 14th. It's at Westmoreland Fairgrounds. We've been there now for 4 years. This is our 6th year total. We've been there for 4 years. Our Saturday show is from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And this year we're pretty excited. We have the Andy Davis Barn Party from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday night. So that's something we're pretty excited about. Andy's a local musician, and he's been working to get into the fairgrounds, wanting to have a show up there. So
okay. I've heard of Andy. I've heard.
Yeah.
He's played some area. This is Saturday, April 13th.
Yeah. Saturday, April 13th. That show will go from 7 to 10. And then Sunday, we're back from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday with everything we're going to talk about here both days.
Now, you call this an Outdoor Expo. Mm-hmm. Talk about what folks will find there. So you have it's a big sportsman show, basically, right?
Yeah. Basically, it's a vendor show. We do have hunting, fishing, camping, archery, you name it, trapping. There's a little bit of everything there as far as vendors go, the vendor side of it. We also have a lot of different entertainment. We have a kids area. It's more of an event. Like at this point, it's the vendor show, but it's not your typical outdoor show like you're used to going to in the area. It's an event. I've been promoting it other places as an event. It's a family event. It's something you can come out and spend all day at. Reasonably priced event. A family can come there and spend the day.
Talk about the price. It's $5 for adults, I believe.
Yeah. It's $5 for adults 13 and up. Kids 12 and under are free, so that definitely helps there. All the kids coming in the gate will get a ticket for a different prize. Usually it's a gun. We do a youth gun each day. Uh-huh. Those are donated by somebody every year. So we'll give those away. Each kid will get a ticket for that. The adults will have a chance to do some raffles. We do a lot of different raffles. This year, one of the neat things we added this year was a chainsaw carver. Okay. And they're going to carve on site, and we're giving away the piece that they carve that day. So Saturday and Sunday, they'll carve a 3-foot bear statue, and then we're going to raffle it off. We'll be selling tickets on it all weekend. We're also getting a bear bench from them. It's a 2-bear bench, which is really nice. We raffled one of them off our first year, way back at Norvell Fire Hall. Our first year, we raffled one off, and it went really well. So we're going to do that again this year too. Yeah.
So I remember last year you said you also had some things for the ladies too. So
we do. We have a building that's all vendors aimed at ladies. There's crafts, candles, clothing. That's something new this year as well. While I'm thinking about it, we have a few different vendors of women's clothing this year. We have Jerry's Western Shop up in Champion. They're coming. They've got a lot of different apparel for men, women, everything that way. So that's going to be out in the main area, but then in the women's area, we have crafts and all that stuff. There's going to be some food vendors in there, packaged food vendors, some bakeries, that kind of stuff. So there is definitely something for everybody.
Yeah. Food. What do you have for food?
Food. We got a pretty good array this year. We added a lot of new vendors. We've got everything from barbecue to fish to hot dogs, pizza.
You have some wild game?
Possibly.
Okay.
There is something in the works. There might be some wild game there. I'm not sure. We do. Hunt Chef does a demonstration for us each year on a deer breakdown.
Okay.
He does some cooking with that, and he usually gives that out to sample too. So.
I remember there was something. It was that Hunt Chef is what I remember talking about.
Yeah.
So then children's activities. You have a big children's area too. Talk about how it works.
Do. Yeah. The way the kids area works, it's a one-price admission. It is in addition. To your entry coming in, but it's $10, and the kids can play all day. They get a very nice prize just for paying their money and getting their wristband.
Everyone gets a prize.
Yeah, every kid gets a prize. There's about 8 different kids games they can play, and they can come back throughout the day as many times as they want to play. There's candy at each game they can take each time they play, and that's that's unlimited. They can keep coming back and playing all day. We also have the kids' trout pond in there. We call that Ruse Pond. There'll be over 200 trout in there. That is an additional $5 for 5 minutes, but that's a great time too. The kids love that. Kids and adults love that. I've seen parents pay for the kids, and the kid gets tired of not catching a fish, and dad takes the rod. And
Yeah.
dad ends up trying to catch the fish. So that's good for everybody there. But we have that. We're gonna have a scavenger hunt for the kids. In the kids area this year, we have a couple vendors this year, which is something we haven't had. But we're gonna have I believe it's a balloon artist in there. They'll be making balloon animals.
Okay.
They'll be doing face painting and all that kind of stuff. So it's the kids area. The kids can spend a lot of time in that one area.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm sure they'll have fun.
Yeah.
So a lot of things returning. You talked about the fishing simulator is coming back again this year.
Yeah, that was a big hit last year. The virtually hooked fishing simulator. He comes to us all the way from the Outer Banks, and he's been really, really good with us. Last year we did a virtual fishing tournament where we gave cash prizes out for the top 3 scores for the day, and we're going to do that again this year. But along with that, Captain Dan that runs the fishing simulator, he's also doing a drawing at all the events he goes to. You can register to win a 5-person all-day charter deep sea fishing in the Outer Banks.
Okay.
He's going to pull that at the end of the year, I believe. He's doing it at all his shows. So make sure you scan his QR code there and put your information in and get
Kinda
signed up
get
for
qualified for that too.
that too. Yeah. There's no charge for that. That's free. To be in the running for the prizes, there is a small fee for that. I believe it's
Okay.
$5 to enter. You can just do the simulator for free if you don't want to enter the contest, but if you want to enter the contest, it's another $5.
There's a fee for that.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff already happening, and we've been building this over 6 years. But there's some new things this year, and I think you talked about more bands was one of them.
Yeah, that's a big thing we did this year. We changed up our entertainment a little bit. We have 5 different bands this year throughout the weekend, starting Saturday morning. I believe around 11:30 we're going to start with the Lionhearts, and then we have Junior Guthrie and the Push from 3:30 to 6:30, and then Sunday we have the String Theory from 11 to 1, and the Backroads Band from 2 to 5. We mentioned earlier about the Andy Davis Barn Party on Saturday night. That's a pretty big thing, and then we have AJ Shawley, who's going to kind of play. We have a running joke with AJ that we don't know where he's going to pop up and what point he's just going to carry his guitar around and he's going to play. So he'll be popping up playing acoustic as well. And he's also going to do our national anthem both Saturday and Sunday. He's going to sing the national anthem for us for our
Get
opening
things started.
ceremony.
Yeah. And then there's something else that's new this year. You have your own beer.
We do. We're pretty excited. Forbes Trail Brewing up on Route 30 in Somerset area. They're up near the Flight 93 Memorial. Mike and Caitlin Fay, they approached us this year about the possibility of doing this beer. We were on board. We sampled a lot of their beers, and they were really good.
Said even one tastes like Skittles.
That one
That could be dangerous.
That one could be very dangerous. It was very good. But they're doing the name of the beer is going to be Chico Outdoors American Lager, and it's in a orange can with a camo label, and it's a pretty cool. We're not gonna put too much of that out. Check our social media. We'll be throwing that out here pretty soon with the label and all that, just for a teaser. But right now, that's going to be the only place to get it. So stop up the show and sample it there.
Hey, you mentioned social media. How do people find you on social media?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Just search Chico Outdoors. And we also got a new website this year. We're really excited about that. That's been really good. It's been really driving people for the show, and people are able to find us a lot easier. That's www.chicooutdoors.org.
Okay.
If you do accidentally put .com, it'll still take you there. We own both domains. So
Okay, that's great. So entertainment, Wild World of Animals, you said are coming back again this year?
Yeah, we had a really good turnout for that last year. The people really liked that. They brought numerous different wild animals for the kids to learn about, and then some of them they were even able to stay after the show and pet them and get pictures taken with them and stuff like that. So they'll be there every day at 1 o'clock, or both days. They'll be there at 1 o'clock. And then we also have the Greensburg Bloodhound team going to do demonstrations at 2 o'clock every day. So that's something new this year that we added. In the past, we've had a dog sled team. They weren't able to make it this year, but we're going to do the Bloodhounds this year. So that ought to be pretty neat to see that
neat.
too.
Yeah. Talk about how this event started. This is in memory of your brother.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Chico was my brother's nickname. His name was Andy Crise. Chico by nickname. He passed away in 2017 unexpectedly. He had a heart condition they never knew he had. He just fell over and that was it. So after his passing, we wanted to do something to keep his memory alive. He was really big into helping get kids in the outdoors. He helped at all the sportsmen's clubs. In fact, we have a camp up in Potter County, and they've renamed their derby up there after him.
Okay.
It's now the Andy Crise Memorial Fishing Derby at East Fork Sportsman's, and that one was one of the first ones we started to sponsor. That way, we as soon as they changed the name, we approached them about helping with it. That we wanted to do something, do some tag trout or something or some prizes, and they surprised us with the name change. So
Yeah.
we were pretty excited about that. But everything we do is in memory of him. It's all just to keep his memory alive and to keep funding the things that he was involved with.
What a great way to remember him and keep his memory alive.
Yeah,
so he's a
yeah,
good job.
it
Sure, he'd
really
be
is.
pleased.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think he would be.
You said he'd be excited about the beer.
Yeah. I jokingly said, but it's not a joke. I really think he would be happy of all the things we've done. I think having his name on a beer can would be one of his greatest accomplishments.
Top of the list, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So the proceeds from this, you use them to continue to help kids, and you talked about sponsoring some trap teams.
Yeah, we do. This year we really got involved with the local high school trap teams. For some reason in this area, they really broke out, and every school pretty much in the area started a trap team, which is great to see because that's something that we haven't had in this area, and the fear of having the guns around the kids has been there. But our thing is always, if you get them in the hands, get the guns in their hands early and teach them the right way,
Right.
you're not going to have the problems down the road. And so we're really glad to see these schools are starting it. Right now, we're currently sponsoring Connellsville, Mount Pleasant, Southmoreland, Lake Trobe, York, Hempfield, and also Hempfield Rifle Team.
Wow, that's good. Well, I know the Connellsville team I'm familiar with. They do really well, like with state competitions and things like that.
Yeah, and it's really good to see because, I mean, this area, that's something that a lot of kids that may not be into sports or may not really want to do the sports thing, I mean, a lot of kids grew up in the outdoors here, so they have the skills to do really well and excel in that. So
In addition to that, you sponsor some fishing derbies too.
we do. Last year we did five different fishing derbies. We did Bridgeport Sportsman's, Hecla Sportsman's, Greensburg, East Fork, and then there's another one up in Potter County that we sponsor at Hemlock Campground. It's a little one they have up there. We did those five. We're always looking to add some more. We've done Hecla Sportsman's youth pheasant hunt. We've been doing that for quite a few years now with them. That's another event that we like to do there.
Yeah. And you talked about military veterans outdoor.
Yeah. We've been with Military Veterans Outdoors for pretty much the whole 6 years. I don't know if they were there the first year. I think I reached out to them the second year, and we struck up a friendship with the president there, and the guys that come down from up there are really nice guys, and they're a lot older guys. They're starting to starting to get some younger members now, but they've got some property up in Sykesville that they manage for just nothing but veteran use. They can hunt, fish, camp, hike, whatever they want to do with that property. They're even allowed to run ATVs on it. So they got a really nice thing up there, and we've been sponsoring them. And with that, we've kind of got into more of the military side of it. We've done a couple different events throughout the years. Here, we got in with Operation Vet now last year. We did their event at Z&M Harley Davidson, and that was a really nice event. We met a lot of good support groups up there. Kind of felt like we didn't fit in at first, but in talking to people, what we do is it's going to branch out. It's going to help us get into that area. With that being said, this year we're adding what we call Heroes Hall to the show. We're going to try to have one area at the fairgrounds that is nothing but veteran support groups. We want to kind of follow in that Operation Vet now, in their footsteps, the way they do their events. We really like that, having that there. I just think that the veterans are more prone to maybe talk about issues they're having or talk to an organization in a more laid back setting like that instead of going into an office or feeling pressured to go somewhere.
Right.
They can get in to talk to the organizations there. So that's something we with the military side of it. That's something that we're really proud to get started this year.
Sounds like good work too. In addition to what you're doing for the kids,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah.
Sponsors, you have a lot of, I see from your poster
do.
here, a lot of people helping you, which is a wonderful thing. You want to talk about the
Yeah,
sponsors?
absolutely, we do, and none of this could happen without these sponsors. I mean, everybody knows the cost of everything nowadays, and
Yeah.
and we're very grateful for our sponsors. Toyota Greensburg's been with us pretty much. I think the 4 years we've been at the fairgrounds, they've been with us. Never have to wonder if they're coming. They're on full bore. They support everything we do. They're really great guys up there. This year, this year we actually had to expand our poster out because we had to go with a bigger format because we got so many sponsors.
It's a good problem to have, right?
It is. It is. I'll just read them off because I
That's good.
don't want to forget
That's cool.
anybody. Indian Lake Marina, TP Electric, RV Leaders, Norvell Pizzeria, West Rock, Forbes Trail Brewing, Hunt Chef, Creek Archery, Greensburg Sportsman's Association, Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls, Heckler Sportsman's Hunt and Fish Committee in the club, Bridgeport Sportsman's Club, Latrobe Glass and Mirror, Helltown Arms, Mount Pleasant Polish Falcons, Overly's Country Christmas. Obviously, you guys help us. We make sure to give you guys some props there. And there's two that came on late with us here that didn't make the poster, and I don't want to forget them. National Hydraulic and Laurel Highlands Insurance Group. Those guys have all been with us. A lot of them have been with us for a while, but we did get a lot of new ones this year. We got some other ones that help us in different ways. Helltown Concepts, he does all our banners, signs, that kind of stuff. Stuck Up Graphics, she does the posters, these posters, and some other things for us. It just, I can't say enough for the sponsors. Like when we ask for help, they just come out in droves. Like most of these, just all it took was saying, "Hey, here's what we're doing. Can you help?" And all they wanted to know was how much do we write the check for?
Yeah.
So that's been really nice. Couple other ones. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Well, Armstrong's glad to help you. I mean,
Yeah.
we use our Antlers and Anglers brand, which is an outdoors.
Yeah, and
Tag there.
we appreciate it. This goes a long way for us. Just getting the name out there and getting people to see what it's about. So.
Yeah, well, you do a great job. You keep building on this, and you have a group of people that help you too. So you have like a committee.
We do. We started with a general board of directors, which was myself, my nephew Austin, his fiance Keegan, and my cousin Mike. We were the general board, and we did that for a year. I think it was about a year, and we decided to add some trustees to the board. We went outside the circle there, and we wanted to find people that were in the industry or that would be able to help push us further. We got Todd Rupert from Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. He's been with us since day one. He was a vendor at our first show at Norvell, and he never left.
Stuck with you.
Yeah, and we're not letting him leave either. He's been a big asset for us. Mark Franks, he was here with me the first year we did this. He was actually a vendor at my second show. He came as a spectator to see what the show was about. He was a vendor at my second show. He's since kind of tapered his business off a little bit, but he's been instrumental in helping us. He's the one that got our website up and running. He's a driving force behind the beer this year, and he's always there for whatever we need. And then the third trustee is CJ Schrum. A lot of people know him, CJ the DJ.
Okay.
He does a lot of events around the area and stuff. He was just friends with my nephew. They went to school together. They knew each other well growing up. They showed animals together at the fair, and he wanted to help. We brought him on. He offered his DJ services the first year at the fairgrounds. He offered to just be the MC of the event, just to keep things rolling,
good.
play some music. And again, we're not letting him leave now. He's stuck with us. So yeah, but without them, I couldn't do any of this. And we've also got a lot of volunteers that help man the booths throughout the weekend. And my Aunt Patty and Uncle Jeff, they run the kids area in the trout pond. I don't have to worry about anything. The last couple years, I just put it on them, let them make the decisions. They order the fish, they get the prizes. She sets up all the kids area. She takes care of all that. So that's a big help off my back. Keegan, our secretary, her mother Jeannie, she's taken over like our Chinese auction and raffles and that kind of stuff. She does a good job with that. My dad and stepmother, they handle 50-50.
So it sounds like it's a family. It's a family.
It's definitely a family affair. But we've gotten to the point now where the people that started as friends, or acquaintances, or they went from acquaintances to friends to
becoming family. Yeah.
We're all just one big family now, and that's the big difference between us and a lot of shows is, we're not in it to make money. We're not making any money off of it. We're all volunteers. Everybody's here because they want to be here. Everybody's here because they want to. They like what we're doing. They like the mission, and they want to see it grow. And more, we're finding every year more and more people will contact us, looking to be a vendor or looking to help in some way. And next thing you know, they're here. So and then they just want to help push it too. So very thankful for all the help. There's no way we could do it without all these sponsors and vendors, and just want to thank everybody.
Yeah, well, great job, Matt. I know you're heading this up and keeping it, being the driving force behind it. So good job with that. If you don't mind, give the folks the dates and times one more time.
Yeah, we'll run down. It's Saturday, April 13th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, April 14th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, we got the Andy Davis Barn Party Saturday night from 7 to 10. Even if you just want to come out for that, if you're not able to make it for the show, gates will be open till probably, I would say around 8:30 or so for that. And just come on out and have a good time. We have plenty of food, beer. A lot of the food vendors will stay open for that, for the show that night.
Right.
And then we got a lot of entertainment on Sunday too.
Westmoreland Fairgrounds, the location, and you can buy tickets at the gate.
Yeah. Tickets are just available at the gate. We do have a mega ticket we've been selling. By the time this airs, we're probably going to be pretty low on those. You can still look on the website if they're available. The link will still be up to buy them there.
Okay.
That's a $50 ticket,
Okay.
but it gets you in both days of the show, and it gets you a chance to win prizes all throughout the weekend. We give around $42,000 worth of prizes away with that ticket, cash and guns and bows and all that kind of stuff. So if there's any of those left, if you want to grab that up, you can still get those. As of right now, you can still get those, but it's just $5. Pay at the gate and come on in.
Sounds good. Well, Matt, sounds like a great time. So good job. Thanks
Absolutely.
for being
Thank you, Chip, and thanks for having me here. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And now you're in the know.